All right, good morning, everyone. Dan here coming to you from Tradingology and the trading room for January 11th, 2021. We got a bright and early Monday. Good to see you guys here. Getting everybody in. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Dave. Good to see you.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
It was quiet.
We like quiet.
Yeah, quiet's not bad.
Quiet's a good thing. All right. Well, we don't have quiet in the markets this morning, that's for sure. And I know you sent out a fantastic update for anybody that doesn't have it yet. Definitely be checking out the Only Coin information that's coming out. Yeah, good morning, Andre. Good to see you. And I'm sure you probably want to talk about the good old Dixie. Maybe we can call it Dixieland Delight at the moment.
Yeah. It looks like it's bouncing off of some sort of support there that goes back to, I don't know, when was it?
Back to 2018.
2018, yeah. And it's moved up about 1.5% since hitting that bottom. And it seems to be holding in pretty good. I mean, we've had a couple of declines in it, but it bounced right back. So those are typically signs of a bullish move. We'll see what happens, but could be the bottom.
Yeah, Friday I have this long trend line in here going back to when it made the peak, where it bounced above it once or closed above it once. So we've seen this a few times, but now we definitely have a nice strong move. So we'll see if it takes hold. And as we were talking about last week, be nice to see it get above that previous area as well once we get into 93 and above, and it's definitely the reversal confirmed.
Right. Yeah, once we get past that 92, 93 level, it could be off to the races and back up to 102.
We see some definite changes. The internals opened up almost negative 2,000 this morning, and they've kind of been increasing since then. So we're seeing a little bit of a recovery from the initial pullback. And speaking of pullbacks, that's one that everyone's talking about too now is if you haven't seen yet, Bitcoin's making one heck of a move down. We'll get this guy out of here. Actually, all cryptos for that matter. And I was going to send you a message last night, Dave. This is probably still true. No one's going to like me saying this, but I got no problem seeing Bitcoin under 20,000 again. Just the same way other ones have retraced. I know people like to keep Bitcoin in their own little world, but I could easily see this back into its previous levels. It might be, if it held 20,000, it might be lucky. We can go back to 12. Who knows?
Yeah, when I did the forecast for crypto for 2021, I was thinking that exact level between 20 and 22 is probably the target, at least for this year.
And yeah, just in one day alone, what are we? 15% right now, down to 6,000.
Yeah, and from the top, what's it from that 42,000 level? It's got to be down pretty good.
26%.
Yeah. So those kind of volatility moves, or those kind of moves, in just a couple of days, is an indication of volatility. And we know what happens when volatility enters the market. That's typically a good sign that we get a little rebound, maybe back up to 37-ish maybe, but then it's going to drop like a rock.
Andre's asking, went through the new strategy. Thanks. Appreciate it, Andre. There is one toss indicator that's available now. The second one is being worked on with the developers. So as soon as we have them completed, they will be available. So you got it.
Yeah, I used it this morning actually. And my first target hunter strategy trade, and I did really nice. It worked really good.
You must have grabbed the one about 20 minutes before the open, depending on which index.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Nice.
The ES was down around 37.76. Hit that. Hit a couple of nice targets there, the pivots, and yeah, it was beautiful.
Good. I'm good to see it working out for you. I'm happy to give back to you, sir.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's a terrific system you have there. Boy, if you guys haven't checked it out, if you're members, you got to go check that out because that is a moneymaker.
Yeah, it is available to all gold members, so nothing new you have to buy as members. You know, I hemmed and hawed them like I could make this a whole separate course and maybe make a whole new deal. But it's like, nope, I'm gonna include this for our members that are already at gold level, and obviously the elites get that too. So we have a lot of activity over the weekend, so I'm glad to see people are checking it out. But yeah, it's my bread and butter right now.
Yeah, that's a very nice strategy. You shared some of your numbers, and boy, it's consistent. The nice thing about it is really consistent. So yeah, boy, that's very generous of you. So yeah, we've got a lot of separation here in the internals, you know. So I mean, you know, we started out really high on the negative side, it's come down, big turnaround. I'm still looking for. I don't have a target. I don't have a really good target on the S&P 500. I'm kind of shooting at like 39, maybe 39-ish on the cash index, and 31,000. Let me just grab this.
I appreciate the feedback, Andre. He's saying it seems simpler than the other strategies. That's part of the goal is to make it, you know, the less things you have to look at and the easier things to make decisions on, the better it is, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Andre. I agree with you 100%. It is a lot simpler. And you know what? It takes a lot more work and understanding of a strategy to make it simple. And you've done a great job. Great job, man.
Thank you, sir.
And target on the Dow Cash Index 31.4.
We weren't far away from that with last week's all-time highs, so we'll see.
Yep, we'll see.
Yeah, we're right around 31 right now. As it's recovered a little bit, it went down to below 30,800 we see on the first opening candle here. But yeah, now it's right around these SR lines. And the bears are winning right now, 9-5. Looks like I don't have the same one on the NDX. I can switch that. Yeah, we definitely have some alternating supply and demand as well. It was negative, then it popped up to positive now, but nothing strong. You know, there's no institutional numbers in here that I'm seeing yet. So this could be some retail individuals taking some buy opportunities and might be selling it. We'll see how quick it goes. And yeah, as you say, definite volatility. The VXX and the VIX have made little gap ups to start the week out, which is most likely, you know, with everything crazy going on in the world. You know, they're talking about a second potential impeachment with 9 days left in office.
Attempted impeachment, yes.
Attempted, right? That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, so they have a. It looks like Pelosi's really trying to spearhead this thing, but there's quite a bit of resistance actually on the blue side because of the fact that, you know, if they do this, there's going to be additional unrest. Is there, you know, what are the implications? You know, can they get it done in the time frame that they have? Man, they don't have a lot of time, and they have to have it like a hearing or a court, I guess, make the final decision.
Yeah, it's all risk and reward, right? So they should look at that as well.
Yeah.
So looking at our futures, we see the RTY is just retraced into that pivot on a daily time frame. I was watching that as well because we are, as you guys have seen in the new area, we're close to some short opportunities, but as I've mentioned in the strategy, I like taking the longs versus the shorts. But there is a few short opportunities. If you're scalping, is an easier way to leverage that, I would say. If you haven't watched the scalping portion, definitely check that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, what else do we got going on here?
Headlines besides Trump, I mean, we've got the J&J came out with another vaccine that's a one shot this time instead of 2 shots. So
that would make approval yet?
It's in they did 45,000 on the clinical trials, and they're very, very close. They're not quite there yet, but they're real close, they said.
Gotcha. Let's see.
Twitter, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's just social media in general, right? And people are banned. I don't personally like it at all. I think it's crazy that I saw a good tweet or memo, whatever it was, where it's like, yeah, they don't like what they say, so they ban you from the app. So they say you can make your own app. Then they say, well, nope, we're going to take down your website so you can't run your app. Well, then what are you going to do? Build your own internet? just so you can make some posts, you can be freedom of speech. So that's a big thing right now is what people are talking about, right? Is where do you have the availability to actually make your statements and not be banned or censored or just taken offline all.
That's why on Twitter, I frequently mention unstoppable domains because it is decentralized and you can't get banned. So if you set up a website using unstoppable domains, you won't be able to, I mean, nobody will be able to shut you down. It's like, it's the censor resistant place to be, I guess. I mean, if you're on the internet, it's still pretty centralized. The government regulates it and controls it. Now they can always do something to the off ramps, right? But
right.
Yeah.
That's one thing too. I did notice watching crypto space as the CTO of EOS that was behind a lot of the new voter potential things has resigned to take on other projects, and he's looking forward to, and his next venture is, all about how do you provide non-censorship or resilience from censorship things. So it'll be interesting to see what he does next.
That would be interesting, absolutely.
Because he was a lot about what they built was all about, voter legitimacy and digital blockchain voting and whatnot, and systems that could leverage that, and just different ideas around making voting better. So he's done some great work over the years. So I'll be curious to see where he goes. And it was funny how he has timed it with, maybe, I don't know if it's just coincidence with the cryptos going down, but right after his announcement came out, EOS went down like 2% immediately because people are jumping ship. So looking at, we are seeing a turn again. Maybe we call it the 946 reversal Central Time, but definite resistance right at that person's pivot. And we see this was at right around the same. This one didn't quite make it for the ES and the YM, but I was actually scalping just a little bit on the RTY, and now I'm almost wishing I would have let it go, but that's all good. It's one of these, is this going to be the time where we finally start the bear market, or is this going to be the beginning? That's the nice thing about using these new systems is you don't have to call the top or call the bottom. You just take trades in between and be in control. That's the best part of what I like about this. It removes the exposure.
Absolutely. You're just skimming the cream. Get that nice cream.
All right, Mark, any questions from your side? You've been quiet over there. I know sometimes you jump in, sometimes you don't. So it's good to see you online here this morning. And Andre, I know it's been a little while. You're probably recovering from New Year's.
If you guys didn't see my post in both the trading, on the Tradingology side of the real-time update service, my number one stock pick for the year, the entire year, is SNDL. Sundial Growers. I think there's going to be a change, obviously the change in administration, but he's also pledged to possibly decriminalize marijuana from the federal system. If that happens, it really opens up a lot of markets. Now, SNDL, Sundial Growers, is in Canada. It's in Alberta. The Alberta government has declared Sundial Growers as an essential service.
Interesting.
Also, they are listed on the NASDAQ. Had a nice little pop-up this morning. Really nice. What, you got it on a daily there? Yeah. So
yep, this is the daily. So
my target is anywhere from $2 to $4 on this. I kind of like that area. At least an initial target. It's up 8% this morning. And I think it's got a fair amount to run. They did a restructuring last year in which they eliminated all of their debt. They have also trimmed back on their expenses so that they're a little bit more profitable, and they have had revenue reduce. Revenue has reduced fairly significantly, about 20% over the last year. But now that the vaccine is coming out, they're going into more, instead of wholesale distribution, they're going into retail distribution. They have some new brands. I think with no debt and $62 million in cash, I think if there is legislation in the United States that kind of opens up that market, then they are going to be well positioned to grow with it. Just my opinion. not financial advice.
Yeah, looking at they obviously when they IPO, they were up around what $14 or something back in 2018, was it?
Yes. I think it was August or September of 18. It was like $14, 13.80 or something. But we got a nice little rounding bottom there from about looks like about November or so, right in there again. Nice little rounded bottom, could propel it up to around $2. That's see where that gap is over there on the left side. You don't even have to move the chart. You can see that. No, there's a gap way over to the left of the chart.
This guy?
Way over. It's already filled that gap.
Up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my target right in there, at least initial targets. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting too. If you look at, the interest in the volume of trading activity, right? It's been nothing. It's not even registering here because of these big spikes.
Right.
Like, what was this? 11:30. David mentioned this to me. Over 2 billion shares traded in one day alone.
Yeah.
That hey, ding ding. Maybe you want to take a look at me.
Yeah, that's not retail. That's institutional support right there.
Yeah. So ever since the election, people have started been accumulating it.
Yes.
So thank you for that insight, sir.
Okay.
Andre, Andre's asking about the real-time update service. It's from Strong Market, so check your Strong Market portal. You will see if it's available. If you're in the subscription, you'll see it there. If not, email support at Strong Market, and I know they'll take care of you to make sure you're in that real-time update service. It was part of if Dave, correct me if I'm wrong, but it transferred over from the original Strong Market subscriptions turned into real times. So if you either had that Strong Market subscription or the real-time update service itself, you will have access to that. And there's a Slack channel where all those updates happen, Andre.
Yep, that's absolutely right.
And Mark says, bought some milk. Nice, you got some here. Any idea where Mark's asking about this? You mean for the new target hunter strategy? Is that what you're talking about, Mark, for indicators and scripts? Yeah, I don't have an ETA yet. I think it's about 2/3 of the way through on the work for the TOS script. So the VWAP one is complete, so that one will be uploaded soon. And the second one for the pivot targets is the one that's in development right now. So as soon as that's available for TOS, you will have it. And I'll send out a note, or I'll send out an announcement when that happens in like the Slack channels. So yeah, there's the pick for 2021, some sundial. I like it. It's a nice one too. You don't have to worry about, it's under $1 currently. So it costs a lot to accumulate and hold it. It's not $100 stock. It's not Tesla. Andre's asking, do you prefer TradingView or TOS in general for this? Well, it depends on what this means, but I still use TOS for watching the indicators. But as far as trading itself goes, I trade futures via TradingView that is linked to my Tradevate account. To each their own. Pick what is the most, easy for you to use. You can trade directly in TradingView linked to multiple accounts. You can trade directly on Tradevate. You can trade directly on Infinity Futures. I know some members used. You can use TOS if you want to. So that's kind of up to your pleasure. But Andre, yeah, personally, I love TradingView for both just the ease and the simplicity and just the way it looks and not putting it all together. It's a nice platform. And it's just a web client. You don't have to install anything. You just connect to their site and you're good to go. Does that kind of help what you're looking for preferences? I can't tell you what to use, but test them and see what you like better. I've got multiple platforms. Good. You're welcome. Happy to help. And we might as well close it out watching crypto fall some further.
Yeah, when that goes down, boy, it goes down. When it goes up, it goes up. It's pretty volatile. There's a lot of opportunities right now, though, guys, in stocks. I don't think I'm going to touch crypto for a while, only because of the volatility and the potential new bull market in the dollar. So we'll see what happens, but I think I'm going to stay away from crypto for a while.
Yeah, my brother asked me, no more Bitcoin stuff? I said, no, I'm staying away from crypto. I locked up my profits there and I'm happy now. So I'll put those funds to use elsewhere.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunities in stocks right now, especially some biotech stuff. I put some symbols that I've been watching into the Tradingology Slack and RTUS. So I think there's some really nice opportunities there.
Awesome. All right, Dave. Well, I appreciate your time this morning once again on a fine Monday. Yeah. So we'll probably close her out shortly here. If you guys got any final questions, let me know. But we will be back again tomorrow. It's a new week, so looking forward to another interesting time.
Yep, watch out for those targets on the down, the S&P 500. I think we're going to hit them, and then we may see a decline. Finally, maybe. We'll see.
All right, guys, have a great week, and we'll see you in the Slack channels, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
See you, Dan.
Bye.
Bye, guys.